I was muted. What is up, everybody? It is Call, and you are watching Talking Ball. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Truly means a lot to me to have you, the lovely, wonderful viewer, here to see little old me, but not just little old me. We've got a surprise guest today, somebody who hasn't been on the channel for a while. Here to talk about rumors, here to talk about Brighton match reaction. We've got all kinds of stuff on the table here. But guys, it's Tottenham Josh from Spurs Live. Here he is. What's up, bro?
Guys. How? All good, all good. I can't wait to start the show. Obviously, big up to everyone who's in the chat and big up to Cole. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. Happy to be back on the channel.
Definitely. Always good to have you, man. Always good to have you. I love your energy.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. You've got a good vibe about you, my friend, and that's what we are all about here is good vibes. So yeah, man. Speaking of good vibes, must be feeling good after the Brighton win. We'll get to that since we haven't talked since then. We haven't talked since the match. So at the beginning first, we'll start off with the match. Like, what do you think about penalty call? Penalty? Was it a penalty on Van der Ven?
Look, I think at the end of the day, foot was placed in the wrong position, wrong time. If it was the other way, I'd be calling for a pen. Just gotta accept it. I know it's easy to say now that we won the game, that we should have accepted it, but mate, we won the game. Let's be honest, we won the game. And yeah, whether or not it should have been a foul is a different argument. But I think it should have been a foul, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So that's an easy one. That was an easy answer.
Yeah.
No problems there. Then I guess we can kind of jump ahead. Who do you think? Who was your man of the match? I've heard a lot of people talking a lot of smack about Sarr, but I thought Sarr's performance was top notch. I thought Sarr played great. But they did a good job of nullifying us, and so no one looked awesome. But like out of the players we had, who would you put at the that top spot?
I think there's only one person you can actually put up there, and he was the difference. And it's the magical substitution of him and Son. Like, for me, Son is man of the match, even though he came on for a short amount of time. A man of the match performance for me is someone who's able to change the game, no matter how many minutes they come on. Hence the reason why I say Son is definitely man of the match. You know, I agree with you, by the way, Cole. I think Sarr had a brilliant game. I think he had a good game. I mean, he was the only bright side in that midfield, in my opinion. I think Maddison was a little bit off his game. He's still recovering. He's still getting back to his usual himself. But and then Højbjerg, not Højbjerg, sorry, Bissouma played. He came on, looked good. Bentancur looked bit shaky, but rumors have it that he's only gonna be back to full fitness, full Bentancur, like we know in 2024. So in the season 2024. So look, I think Sarr had a decent performance, but man of the match goes to Heung-min Son.
Boom! I love it. So we've got man of the match. We've gotten who you thought was the best. Who was worst on the day? It's a few days. We're a few days on. We're looking back. Who do you think had the worst match?
I think it's more of a collective. I wouldn't say someone in particular had a bad game. Obviously, you can say Van der Ven didn't have the greatest game. You could say Bentancur didn't have the greatest game. But for me, I think the person in that team who didn't have the best game is definitely probably Bentancur. I'm not blaming the whole game on him, not at all. I'm saying if I had to pick someone who had probably the least of impact, as I would expect, it had to be Bentancur.
And we need him to have a big impact, or else we're screwed. Like, that's how important he is. So yeah.
Who did you say was the worst, do you think?
Great question. Probably the same as you. Our midfield looked weak. Him or James Maddison, honestly. I thought that our wingers got about, but I feel like there was a lot of misplaced passes. I know that's Maddison's job. I know his job is to take the risks, is to play the risky pass, and a lot of times, it won't come off. But he just didn't look. Ever since he got his haircut, have you noticed he's got a new haircut? Ever since he got the haircut thing. Yeah. I think he needs to ditch that as soon as possible. Let that grow out, get it cut. He's been playing worse since the mullet for sure. But no, that's tough. And I think what you said about Bentancur makes a lot of sense. So I'm ready to change my mind. I would have said Maddison.
I forgot about Kulu though. I forgot about Kulu. I'm not even gonna lie. I would say him maybe.
Can I tell you about Kulu? I think Kulu's got about 2 moves, and once those are figured out by a team, then he's cooked. You know what I mean? And he's either gonna go out, and go to the byline. Looks, sometimes he looks like he should cut in, right? And like he normally does, he'll normally cut in
And
onto his
Swift
onto
one.
his left. But occasionally he'll act like he's going to cut in, and then he'll go even further down the line, and then try to get
Yeah.
to the byline, and then cut in over there. And he does kind of a weird, a pass from like the corner flag area almost. He's like right on the line, and he'll try to kind of square it back to somebody. But those are his 2 moves. If you got those figured out,
Yeah.
if you can crowd him out of those areas, he's not very effective. Real quick, before I get far away from everybody here, we've got Adrian Stroka in the house. He's been here since the jump, been here since the beginning of the show. Adrian Stroka, big up, my man. He is a big supporter of the channel and one of my great friends. So Adrian, good to have you, bro. And we've also got Swap in the house. We will star this and come back, but I just wanted to say big up to Swap. So with the match, yeah. So we know who you said Bentancur was the worst. I get it.
Yeah.
He's important. He's important to the team. Without him
Yeah.
playing well, we don't look nearly as good. So okay.
Sorry, just before we move on, I also want to get to one point. Is that I think in our last couple matches where we haven't been amazing, you could see that the midfield is the reason why we weren't amazing. And once we added, Sar and Bissouma and Son, we looked so much more solid in that area, because you suddenly had a midfield that was actually quite solid. Wasn't amazing, it was quite solid, and the attack was at it. But as soon as you have, Bentancur, who's not on his A game, he hasn't been on his A game. You have Madison, who's still getting to his full fitness, and then you've got either Højbjerg or Skip. You can't really expect much from it.
No, I get you 100%. Man,
Yeah.
don't get me started on Skip. Ugh, Skip. But no, you're 100% right. We did look better. Brings me, I guess, to Bissouma. I don't know, for the next match. I think at least while Bentancur is kind of gaining his match fitness, I think Bissouma should start. I know that you need to kind of play a player into match fitness. I know you can't get match fitness without match game time. How else do you gain fitness? But I do think it's to the detriment of the team for him to be starting right now. Let's bring him in at the end of a match if we're winning, get him some game time that way, and work him back in slowly, I think, is how I would do it. I'm just curious if you feel the same way about Bentancur.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I said something on my channel a couple months ago where we had to basically say what our midfielders are, and I think I also did it here on your channel as well, where we say what our midfielders are, preferable midfielders. I stated the fact that I don't think our centre backs need a CDM. And I'm going to retract myself, and I'm going to say, you know what, hold my hands up, because I think that they actually do need a CDM next to, in front of them, to mop up the business. And although we might have unbelievable centre backs, that CDM is so crucial to sit comfortably in front of those 2 centre backs and then link up play to Madders or to Sar. And right now, I think the best player to do that is Bissouma. And
dude, I agree completely, and you get a thumbs up for that. You get a Michael Dawson thumbs up. I'm giving those out now for people when they say good things. So no, I completely agree. I think Bissouma is a little underrated. I think that he had a little bit of a bad patch before AFCON. I guess it started with that red card that he got for simulation or whatever. That second yellow he got for the dive, and then everything after that. He had a little bit of a patch of bad form, I think, and people tend to only remember the recent stuff. You remember, what have you done for me lately, kind of a thing. You don't remember the months and months of good games he put in. But anyway, no, I think Bissouma needs to play more, and I think that he should start over Bentancur just for a while at least. Get Bentancur back to fitness, because I think Bentancur and so does Jose, my co-host, the other half of Talking Ball. He'll tell you Bentancur is world class. He really does believe that, and I think he's getting there. I'm not sure if I'm on the world class train yet, but yeah, we need him back to his best, and I don't think playing him right now is doing him any favors. But yeah, so we can just skip, first of all, the Sar goal. What do you think about the Sar goal?
Mate, that's just unbelievable. It's so nice. It's so nice to see. I mean, you could say that Sar should have shot first time, but I would just say it's harder to score on the second time than it was on the first time. I mean, he came on this nice left foot, and it just sat nicely to him, and I'm happy he got his goal. He left us scoring a goal, and he came back scoring a goal. So happy days, happy
Exactly.
days.
He's a wonderful player. We're gonna have trouble keeping him. I think the other
Yeah.
teams are gonna take notice and really express interest in him soon. But yeah, he's a wonderful player. And you're right. That goal he took was definitely a tough one. I mean, the angle was closing. He was moving away from goal, so the angle was closing like rapidly, and he had to hit it right when he did, and the angle was still really tight. And he, lucky for us, got it. I think I celebrated that harder than the winner. But we're just gonna jump straight from that goal to the winner. How did you feel about that? What did you when Sonny got the ball?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
when Sonny got the ball, I thought, hey, something's gonna happen here. Were you feeling the same?
I tell you what, I didn't know what was going to happen. All I hoped, and I'll be honest, I just was praying that the ball wouldn't get to Brennan Johnson, because I was literally 100% sure that Brennan Johnson was going to sky that. I thought he
No,
was missing that, so I was like, he scored, right? Just to double check, he did score that goal. So yeah, but
no, man.
look, I was happy. And we talked behind the scenes before coming on to the show about that pass from Sonny, and it just shows the quality. I mean, I love Timo Werner. I think he's had a great impact in the club in the club since signing, but I doubt Timo can do a pass like that. And yeah, Sonny again, big impact since coming back. And Ben Johnson, important goal.
Absolutely. I have I don't know, a sneaking suspicion that we've yet to see anywhere near the best of Brennan Johnson. I think he's got a lot more to offer than he's shown so far. And
Mhm.
so I hope everybody just gives him a little bit of a chance, a little bit of time,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back, and I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna say, "Hey, look, I said it." Daniel E saying Dejon. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna get to. But yeah, so the goal happened. Were you jumping around? Were you screaming? Were you like
Going mental,
absolutely losing
beers
your
flying
mind?
all over the place, going mental.
Good deal. Yeah, and that's a requirement. I was gonna be mad at you if you weren't doing that stuff.
Of
Yeah, man.
course.
I was sitting right here at my desk, working, watching it, and I was just like, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It was incredible. But yeah, guys, that is our revisiting the Brighton match a couple days later. So everybody, thanks for looking back on Brighton with us. Now we need to get to these pesky rumors. These pesky rumors
Yeah.
that everybody is talking about here. We got Daniel E in the house, by the way. Big up, Daniel E.
Yeah. Daniel.
Always here. He is a total G. Big up, Daniel. Member of the family for show. But yeah. I mean, the Dejon rumors. What do you think about them? I mean,
Look.
yeah. Go ahead.
No. Go on.
Oh no. I'm just excited to hear what you have to say. To be honest.
I mean, I think De Jong's a brilliant player. I mean, I kind of already have an idea of what you're gonna say, but let me beforehand. I'm just gonna say I think De Jong's a brilliant player. I think he will basically fit into anyone's team automatically, and he's an unbelievable player. I think. Well, number one, let's clarify. The rumor is completely fake. Paul O'Keefe did tweet that, and so De Jong is not coming to Tottenham.
Yep.
Plus, you can't bid in February, so I don't know where this rumor from Gerard Romero came from. But from what I know, you can't bid.
I
Look,
don't No, I was agreeing with you. I don't think that's possible.
I don't think that's legal, but it's not. I think De Jong, brilliant rumor or fake rumor, but yeah, not gonna happen.
If it were, I mean, okay, and even if it were, see, and this is where you knew I was going to go, but even if this rumor were true, I would think it would just be a really terrible move for Spurs to make on a couple of levels. For one, real quick, Barbaric Disdain's in the house. It said Man United were struggling to meet his wages, so this story is hot air. Good day to you guys, by the way. Barbaric Disdain, big up, my man. Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing, though, is just at the wages. There was absolutely no way. I think he makes like $300K a week. That's absolutely absurd. I should have done my homework and looked it up. Let me do it right now.
It's 15 mil is what is reported that he will be receiving at Tottenham. Obviously that's fake news, but if he was to sign, he would be getting 15 mil, which wouldn't make any sense because he's getting around
No way.
60, I
Hold
think,
on. Do you
mil
want to know
or
what he
something.
makes? Do you want to know what he makes per week at Barcelona, according to the internet?
Wait,
721.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, around 700k a week.
What
Um,
in God's name? What happened to
yeah,
football? No wonder. No wonder Barcelona can't buy any players. See, I never knew that was why their situation was the way it was, but now it makes total sense. We've got Matthew in the house saying, "Big up, comrades! Big up, Matthew, man! Big up! Hope you are good, my guy. Good to see you." We're just talking about the De Jong rumors,
yeah.
and how, for one, that they're fake, but two, would you take him? I mean, do you want him at Spurs? Everybody in the chat, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think.
Can I ask the chat a different question?
Yeah,
I wanna get their thoughts. Do you think? I think he will fit in Andrew's team. Do you think he will fit in Andrew's team? This is for the
great question.
chat
Yeah,
because I'll tell you why. De Jong is a very calm player. He can go forward. He's a box to box. He's great defensively. He's great in attacking wise. But the problem here is that you got James Maddison, who is undroppable. You got Pape Matar Sarr, which in his current team, in his current form, you can't drop him because there's other teams such as Barcelona, Real Madrid, I believe will, City definitely will, United will, Bayern Munich. The top teams will be looking at Pape Sarr, and if Pape Sarr is not getting game time at Tottenham, he's going to be moving and will be missing out on a huge deal. And I think he will
that's already
become.
here. Somebody that's already here. Yeah, exactly.
I
Why
think he'll
go
become
for?
better than
Yeah,
De Jong.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
100%. And look at that. El Tel Cockerel, Jose himself says agreed. Agreed.
Big up Telteco.
Yeah, big up, Jose. Hope you're doing well, my man. Just to get back with the chat too, Niall Kane says, "Yo, Uncle Colin." Yo, Niall Kane, what is up, brother? Hope you are doing well. Hope you're doing well. And yet, I mean, I would he fit in? Yes, but on the wages that he's on, I think that you could find a player that's as good for the system that costs you a whole hell of a lot less. Not just in wages, but in a transfer fee even.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, if it was him or Gallagher, I would definitely not choose Gallagher. Let's put it that way. Yes, this song is a no-brainer. We ain't getting him, obviously,
100%
but he
agree
is
with this.
top 5 players easy at dictating a tempo and retaining possession. He's one of those special players for a system. Snap, yeah, man. Everybody
And,
is,
and, 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 and that's the thing. That's the problem with Barcelona right now. I think Frankie De Jong is a core piece of Barcelona right now. And they need to sell someone.
he's played like
It's
every
either
match, 27 matches
he,
for him this season, I think.
he's one of the most crucial players at Barcelona. He's played almost every single match. The problem with Barcelona right now is that they need to offload a important player. It is what it is. They have to offload. So the question is, will they offload a Ronald Araujo? Yeah. Which I doubt they'll want to do because they don't have much squad depth in that centre back area for the future. Or would they rather offload Frankie De Jong, who could still go for 100 mil, and they've got Pedri, Gabi, Gundogan. They've got what's his name? That CDM Romero. They got players there. And for Tottenham's sake, 100% get him. I mean, 100%. I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, but for one, I don't think we're paying that money.
Yeah.
You're right. It is in a position where we have that much need. So a question I was going to ask and I was going to bring up, and I don't know where my banner went. Let me see where I put it. It doesn't really matter. I was going to ask. So I mean, we have these rumors linking us to midfield players where, like you said, and I am agreeing with. I think we're pretty stacked. We've got some wonderful players. They're players that are growing and becoming better. So obviously our depth there isn't great. What position do you think is of more need? Do you think it's that winger, like at the wings, or do you think it's that midfield position? For me, it's a tough answer because we're pretty thin at both But I think I think winger is a more important position right now. We need to get a winger. We need to get it right. You know what I mean? If we're gonna
Yeah.
splash the cash, I'd rather it be on a real Rolls Royce of a winger rather than strengthening our midfield right now. I think. But again, I could see that going either way.
100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I think we've got that. Nowadays we've got two types of wingers. You got the winger like Dejan Kulusevski, who will drive the ball forward, cut in and have a shot, cut in or do this, cut in on his left foot, all the time cut in. Or you'll have a winger like Doku, who drives at the left back or right back, depending where the winger is. And for me personally, I think we've got a perfect player like Kulusevski who can cut in. I think he's brilliant cutting in, but we don't have someone to go at the defender. No one yet. Werner isn't going at his defender. He's not exactly going at his defender, but he's doing well. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he's
Brent
doing well,
Johnson, I think, is one
finding
for the future.
space, and
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I agree with you. He's Werner's trying to find space, trying to integrate with
drag
his side.
that kind of drag that defender out. It seems like he's not. You're right. He's not running
Yeah.
at his defender trying to beat him. He's more like, it almost seems like kind of trying to widen the play and drag a defender out with him.
And with time, it will come
he
that
goes
he
that
will
way.
attack his fullback. For me, I think in what Tottenham need, I agree with the fact that the CDM spot is a very, very crucial position that we do need. But I think a winger is more important right now. Some people would say, well, trust Brendan Johnson, trust Kulusevski. I'm like, okay, sure, but I want to see someone to drive at defenders. Brendan Johnson is not doing that. Maybe in the
Even
future,
though he could. I hate that he's got the tools to do so.
he can. He's got the pace. Nothing's stopping him.
Yeah, not at all. Real quick, some more comments I wanted to get through. Beer Talk says, just got here. What's up, Marty Gras? Kicked my ass. Big up, dude. We're just talking. We kind of revisited the Brighton match since the two of us hadn't talked about it together since. And now we're talking about the Frankie. How do you even pronounce his name? Is it
De Jong?
De Jong? Frankie De Jong
Yeah.
rumors that are clearly not true. But, we're talking about the needs in the team, where this rumor kind of came from. And then, yeah, just kind of shooting the breeze. Eltel is here. He's saying you can discuss future transfers if all parties and clubs agree, but transfers can't now take place until July 1st. He's agreeing with what you're saying. We can't even make a bid. Barbaric Disdain, the only true news is Bayern are leaking goals due to our beloved Eric Dyer. Yes, I'm glad that Bayern are now stuck with him, except for I've heard that he's doing well for Bayern.
He got dropped the other day in the in the what was it? Was it in the Bayer Leverkusen game? He got dropped by Frimpong, I think it was.
Good. Well, good. Anyway, no, nothing but love for Eric Dyer. I hope he does well. But glad he's not here. Altel says you won't see silly transfers going forward from now on. No more 100 million signings will now be rare, he says. Talking Beer says we may not get him, but we are in a bud. This tells me that we are progressing. I don't know. Supposedly the rumors have been completely quashed and are totally fake. Beard Talk, from what we've heard. And then he's asking Jose why he's so amazing. Oh, look at the love there. But yeah, so center mid versus winger. What's more pressing? You say we need a winger. Do you have any wingers in mind? Are there any wingers that you like right now that you think would be good buys for Spurs? Obviously, Nico Williams is a player I know that we're looking at. Neto from Wolves. Anybody that you have that how's your scouting? How's your scouting market? How's your
I'll tell you what. It's not necessarily a specific player. I think the answer to this, I don't know why I'm leaning towards this type of player, but I think the answer to this is just a youngster. I think it's like a Lucas Bergvall, like the one we just signed now. I don't know why. I just feel like it is not much for him to lose. I mean, maybe it is there. There is a lot of pressure on him, but for some reason, I'm leaning towards him. Someone that I would really want to get, though, and I doubt that there is a highly unlikely this Tottenham team will ever sign this player. But I would love to see Tottenham going for Leroy Sané. I mean, I was watching Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
I
Oh
was
yeah,
watching
dude.
Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen, and Sané is the only player out there driving at the defenders, driving, and you
He
know,
does exactly what we've been crying out for Brennan Johnson to do. I mean, he's
literally,
yeah,
and he can fit into
He's
Ange's.
Aaron Lennon but better. Yeah.
Mate, that's probably the most unrealistic signing I would want, 100% over De Jong. I would
Can you
take him over De Jong.
imagine? Me too. Oh, I would.
Wow.
I was saying earlier, but can
Yeah,
you imagine him driving to the byline and then playing those cutback crosses along the floor
so
for a
dangerous.
on running striker? Goals, 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 goals.
That's a question for the chat. What's your most unrealistic transfer?
That's a good one.
There
That's a
we
good
go.
one. Look
What are
at
you
this.
saying,
Look
Cole?
at
What's
this.
your most unrealistic transfer? Yeah, I had to
Come
throw a
on,
name out there.
give me Matoma. Give me Matoma. I know
Okay.
he's contracted till 2027, so he wouldn't
Yeah.
come cheap. So I think that's pretty unrealistic, but I think he'd be a great player for us. I think Sonny. Hey, we'll bring this up. This is a good one to bring up too. Sonny is not getting any younger. We need to look towards the future and having a Sonny replacement. I think Matoma would be a good player that could score goals from out wide, which is
Yeah.
what Sonny really offers. If you boil it all down, I know he offers a lot, and he does it in a different. Him and Matoma have different play styles, but they're both wide players that offer you goals. And at the end of the day, that's what you need. You need a winger who's going to get you 10 goals at least a season. And Matoma for me would be him.
Yeah.
But look at this. Daniel E says he's interested though that we would target a dictator of possession and tempo. Because to be honest, we need another player like that who's gonna do that. And we also need a shield for the back four, says Daniel E. Yeah, bro. Definitely can't deny that. Højbjerg is not a good shield for the back four. Does Papa Postacoglu, does he play with an actual six though? That's a question I have. I know that he not exactly from what I can tell. What do you
Yeah.
think, Josh? Does he play with an actual out and out defensive midfielder?
Nope, he doesn't. And that's what you can slightly see towards the end of matches, where we sometimes go towards a 5 at the back, if you want to say, if you want to put that CDM in there, because he usually puts in Dragusin in that CDM role to have 5-6 minutes, and I just don't think it's the Postecoglou way. I mean, if he wants, that's why I say Frankie De Jong fits his team perfectly, because De Jong is essentially can defend well. He's not a CDM; he defends well. He's a box-to-box player. But I think when Bentancur is up on his best day, I think Bentancur is the best 6 we can have, but not a 6. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's the best defensive, not defensive player we can put in that position.
Agreed. 100%.
Do you think we need more of a defensive player in that 6, or do you think we need a box-to-box player?
Box to box. I think Basuma's plenty defensive. I think Basuma is like the poor man's De Jong. Do you see that? He retains possession well, but he's and can dictate tempo, but he's not maybe as
as effective.
Yeah, but I mean he's still helping out. He's still So I think we're good there. I don't know. I think Basuma could also get better. I don't think he's topped out necessarily. Maybe, but we don't know that. So good question. But I don't think that Ange likes that type of player. I don't think that he plays with when I think of a defensive midfielder, I think of a destroyer. I think of Victor Wanyama. You know what I mean? A player who can who can make a short pass if needed, if they have to, but they're not don't ask him to retain. You know what I mean? To do anything clever. Don't ask him to chip the keeper, or you know what I mean? They're not gonna exactly. So except Wanyama did have that goal against Liverpool. Holy shit! But you know what I'm saying?
One thing, talking about a goal, I saw a goal yesterday. It was crazy. This guy nutmegged the defender, did a track back, and reboned it as a chip on the goalkeeper. It went
disgusting.
Viral. It was crazy.
I'm gonna look for it. Speaking of viral videos of goals, look at this. It freezes up a little bit. Can't talk about what this is exactly. You'll know though once you see it. I just don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, the Richie, yes.
That cheeky little pass from Madison was disgusting. Yeah, it was. There was nothing to it, but it was just timed so perfectly that Richarlison just had to just hit it. So good, so good. Pranvat is in the house saying, "Hey guys, what's up, Pranvat? Good to have you here, my dude. Good to have you here." And then Beer Talk saying he sent me a message on X. I responded to you on X, my guy. Let me check. Maybe I didn't send it, but I typed it out. But my message was basically, "You're all good, G. All is great." Yeah. So hey, Josh, it's looking like you got to go soon, and I'm gonna actually go too. I'm trying to work on these maybe shorter episodes. Keep everything short, keep it sweet. So you got to go soon. One thing I wanted to kind of leave it on. I need to have this is gonna sound crazy, but real quick, Elias, another member of the family.
Big up Elias. I haven't seen him in ages.
Big up, dude, Elias. Yeah, big up, dude. Big up. Glad to have you here. Okay, so my question to you is, do you think that Tottenham this season? I have a video coming out about it today, but do you think Tottenham are playing Ange ball this season? Do you think that we are playing the way that Ange wants us to play, or do you think that we are, you know what I mean, or do you think that we are just kind of getting by and doing like a
I 100% think we're playing Ange ball. Simple reasons, because we have a similar team in a way, similar core members as last season. Sonny, Romero, Bentancur, Poro. I can name all, and they're not playing rubbish football. I think Ange football contains goals, which we've scored 36 times. It's a joint second most streak. So the Ange ball is scoring every single time. Secondly is the midfielders are getting very much involved in the gameplay, which you can see Madders has a massive effect on the game. Biss and Pape have a massive effect. Bentancur as well. And third of all, the wing backs are very, very, very effective. And that's the biggest impact of Ange football. Wing backs are the most effective players on the pitch. The only reason why I would say we're not playing Ange ball is because the wingers aren't yet clocking onto Ange ball yet. I think once the wingers understand what Ange ball is, that is when I can say we're completely playing Ange ball. When we played Ange ball perfectly was when Brennan Johnson scored his goal against Brighton. Perfect play. Sonny, Madders, Richie, close, tight together. Do a little 1-2s there, yeah. The wing back's already up. Poro was already up forward. Sonny got the ball, drifted forward, and had Brennan Johnson waiting for the ball in the middle of the box, or at the edge of the box. And I think that's perfect play, because usually what we try to do. Sorry, I'm going on, but usually what we try to do is we try to do basic passes and score the perfect goal. But when we talk about the perfect goal in Ange system, the perfect goal in Ange system is winger to full back or winger to winger and the goal. That's the perfect goal. But yeah, no, I definitely think we are playing Ange ball. There is improvement.
Absolutely, and it's only going to get better. Daniel Sandoval says, "Big up, one love, big up, and one love to yourself, my guy." We are actually about to end the show, Daniel. But watch it on playback. Do that. Hit the like. Hit the sub.
Guys, smash the subscribe button, lads. Get Talking Ball to 950. Come on, lads.
Yeah, we're right there. We're right there, guys. So yeah, help push us over the line. You know what to do, everybody. Josh, thanks for being on the show, man. We need to plug. We need to plug you. We need to plug your channel, my dude. So 1 second. Let me get the link pulled up.
Well, lads, you can find me on Spurs Live. Yeah, we just provide content. We're literally about to hit 20k on Instagram, but you can find me on YouTube. Not just started, but continuing uploading every week. Spurs Live on YouTube. Would appreciate anyone who subscribes there. That would be awesome. We read out comments. We integrate with you fans all the time. So head over to Spurs Live. You guys can get my full analysis on the games. The other Josh full analysis on the game, and Matt's full analysis on the game. But most importantly, subscribe to Talking Ball. And Cole, it's been amazing.
Thanks. Hey, I appreciate you, buddy. Good to have you.
Always.
And hope you have a wonderful day, man.
You too.
All right. Have a good one. See you, brother.
Bye-bye.
Peace. All right, everybody. So that has been another edition of Talking Ball. Doing a quick one today. Everybody who's been here, thank you so much. We are here to say the Frankie de Jong rumors are horse shit. He's not coming here, and that's okay. I think that's fine. Everybody, again, Spurs Live. The link is right there. That is Josh's channel. And then I've got one more channel that I would like everybody to check out. So if everybody could also do me a favor while you're here, there's still 14 of you here. If you haven't already gone to this channel right here, youtube.com/@LTelCockerel. This is Jose's personal channel, and I'm trying to get his numbers up as well. So guys, do me a favor, go there, like some past videos. If you're already a subscriber, go like some past videos. Hit the like. Leave a comment that says Jose is awesome. We love you, Jose. Great show, Jose. That type of stuff helps the algorithm. We're fighting against Elon Musk, against all of these billionaires, all of these guys. So yeah, come on, help us. And also, come on, you Spurs. We got a match this weekend. There's going to be plenty more shows between now and then talking about it on this channel. Talking Beard, yeah, he says Jose is awesome. You're right, Jose is awesome. And you're awesome, and the world's awesome. Everything's great. Spurs to win this weekend against Wolves. But tune in here for some more info, for some more shows before then. And got a really special thing I've been working on. I'm kind of afraid to release it, but I've got this thing I've been working on about Ange Ball. So stay tuned for the premiere of that as well. Big love, everyone. Thanks. And I'll play us out with a little bit of James Madison. But first, I need to play us out with this.
See, that's what I'm talking. Virginer. Give me some of that Virginer.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.